Okay, hi guys. Today we're going to talk about Chapter 4, Section 1. I may have to do it in two parts, I'm not sure. Chapter 4, Section 1 is really rich in information. It would probably do you a lot of good to take some time to read it a couple times just to make sure that you get everything that it's talking about. It's sort of the foundation for what we're going to do, throughout the next few weeks, so make sure you understand it. I'd like to point out that it's important to note the vocabulary of what a leading coefficient is and a leading term and the degree of the polynomial. That's on the first page. Leading coefficient, leading term, and the degree of the polynomial. It's also important to look at your leading terms, your degrees, and your leading coefficients in the table that's presented on page 296. That sort of goes along with knowing or being able to at least guesstimate what graphs look like from equations that you're given. Alright, as you go through, on page 297, it gives you a quadratic function and a cubic function, and it gives you a number of pieces of information about those functions. You have the zeros, you have the x-intercepts, the y-intercepts, the minimum, the maximum, the domain, and the range. At this point, you should probably have a good understanding of how you find all of those things. There's nothing new there. What's new about that is that they're bringing it all together in one section. So make sure you look at that as well. Page 298, 299, those are important. Again, it's stuff that you should have seen at some point. You should be able to figure out what all the graphs are. Make sure you take a look at that on page 298, 299. And then there's a blue box on page 300 that shows you what your leading term test will tell you about whether your function is even or odd. There's a great example on page 300. There's a great example on page 301. And actually there's great examples on page 302, 303, 304, and 305. So take a look at those. And at this point, I'm not sure there's anything else that I can offer in terms of adding to what the examples in that section already provide, other than to, again, suggest that you spend some time looking at the information in this section because it's going to set you up for the rest of Chapter 4. If you have any questions, send me an email and I'll try and get a lecture sent out on 4.2 very shortly. Thanks.